You've been watching live coverage of the Jamaica Intellectual Property Office's Regional Conference on Intellectual Property and the Creative Industry here at the UWI Mona Regional Headquarters. Fantastic facilities and fantastic discussions we've been having for the last day and a half. Of course, the conference continues later on this afternoon. Before we throw back to our studios at PBCJ from this live coverage, I just need to squeeze in one quick interview. With me is Lilyclaire Bellamy. That's a nice name. It rolls off your tongue. Lilyclaire Bellamy. She is actually the Deputy Director and Legal Counsel at JIPO. Thank you so much for joining us. You had a fantastic presentation this morning that spoke primarily to IP, the creative industries, and Vision 2030. I want us to really sink home the point to our viewers about Vision 2030 and the importance of IP.
Thank you so much for having me. What I just want to say is, I think part of our challenge in Jamaica is that we have a lot of information that is available. We have the policies in place, and to a large extent, we have the legislation in place, and we are amending legislation so that it is up to date. Our Vision 2030 policy, however, recognizes that our intellectual capacity and capital centered in the area of the creative industries, and that we had untold wealth creation was possible from the utilization of our creative industries. So there are a number of measures that have been identified and pointed out in the Vision 2030 document, which is available online. So anybody can go online to the Planning Institute of Jamaica website and click on the Vision 2030 document. There's a summary that you can get, or the entire document.
Yes.
And you can look at it and you can click on the areas that are of specific interest to you, see what is available, and it speaks to the agencies and ministries of the government that you can get more information about. And persons can feel free to contact the Planning Institute of Jamaica if they don't want to go through the trouble of reading the document to find out exactly who has custody of what areas.
Absolutely.
Because there are actually reviews, medium-term reviews of the Vision 2030 document that is done, and based on those reviews, then amendments are made for, because it is a live
Absolutely,
document.
and that 2030 vision is that policy direction for the entire country.
It is.
So then that's why we need to also ensure that people fully understand really where the creative industries and intellectual properties can take them, especially regarding Vision 2030. Before you go, help us with the medium-term targets regarding IP.
In terms of intellectual property, what we're focusing on right now, and in fact, there was a question after the panel discussion this morning, two I think that were very important and critical. One, whether Jamaica is doing anything about protecting our brand.
Yes.
And we have taken an initiative as the government of Jamaica, acting through the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce, through the Jamaica Intellectual Property Office, which is an agency of the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce. Because I think people need to understand that intellectual property is a trade matter. With creative industries is all about trade.
Absolutely.
Think about it. So what we have done is we have taken an initiative at the World Intellectual Property Organization, which is the United Nations body with responsibility for intellectual property, to seek to get protection for country names. So if you want to use the name Jamaica, you would have to take certain steps and get permission from the country to use the name Jamaica on your products. For example, if you have no link or relation to Jamaica, then we'd have to consider whether you could use it. So when someone purchases a product that says Jamaica, they would actually be receiving something that was authentically Jamaican.
And